I think they're one of the most dangerous upset teams at the event.
I'd say so. I'd say so, especially because they might actually get a bit underestimated by some teams. Like, there's definitely other teams at this event that you would say are more of a name value for upsets. So I don't mind the Aurora guys. I think they could cause 1 or 2 upsets here.
Look at the Unicorn odds as well, favoring the side of Spirit very marginally.
That's very marginal. That's got to be one of the closest matchups we've had. And I think if you were looking at this on paper, if you asked most people, they would be putting Spirit as the clear favorite. But that's very close between the two.
The thing is, if this was a few months ago or last year, I would have said Spirit win this really convincingly. But now Spirit have looked so weak that I think they are, based on what we've seen from them this year, it is an even game.
I'd say so. I really think so. I mean, it is kind of the question on the Aurora side as to how ready they can be for LAN, for example. Does that affect them at all? I think there's a very real question that comes there. We saw someone like Deco on 1 win, maybe not translate as well to LAN as we would want to see. So hoping for their sake that they are able to come through on the Aurora side. But yeah, I really think this could be a surprisingly close matchup. Let's see if Spirit can step up heading into this RMR. I want to see Spirit step up though, because I feel like they were so fun at the majors when they were causing those upsets, when they were just coming in with no fear, playing their game against top teams in the world, doing it on big stages. This is a team that's very capable.
Aurora versus Spirit starting now on Ancient Spirit's run to the major begins. And Aurora looking to try and give them a little bit of a hurdle to try and jump over right away.
Look at this start from Spirit. They've got no one at A. It's a triple red house setup, but the hit is coming over towards B. Wonderful gets the information, falls on back, but they are not slowing down. Magix has to come up good here. His teammate on site's going to get overwhelmed, and here comes the bullets. Magix does get 1 back, but has to fall off.
Yeah, Seltzer and Magix going 1 for 1, blow for blow. And a gathering of players coming around the side of the pillar, and it's going to be 1 for Siren and the other picked up for Seltzer, and he will stick around. He gets another kill. The intensity of this round for Aurora, you can feel it. And Chopper and Patsy having to reclaim the site in a 2 versus 3. And there's a quick shot out from Chopper, but there's still so many players you got to find in the site. They've got strong spots at the pillar and the cave. And Kenzie, the player with the best aim on the side, peeks out with a headshot, and Latic able to help him. Solid hold, and a great pistol picked up for Aurora.
Quick reaction from them as well, keeping the mood up instantly. I think they realize they have to come into this early. They have to get off to that strong start and make sure they make Spirit uncomfortable. And it could well happen because Spirit have been in poor form recently.
Yeah, and you heard Seltzer in an interview, right? Win both pistols, that's 6 rounds easy. So we'll see if they can make that happen, but they've come in with a clear strategy out the gate. Well hit onto the B bomb site, despite the quick rotations because of that mid setup.
Spirit do commit to the force bite. Top mid smoke a little delayed this time round. Looking likely for a split into this A side of the map. Patsy putting down the smoke, but he's been flashed. He decides to re-aggress. He's surely a dead man here. Nothing he can do. And Siren could be in real trouble. I can't believe we've got an MP5 on the T side.
Loving it. That's a tag coming through, and ooh, finishes the job off Patsy. A lot of damage being done with the scout, and this smoke is keeping them at bay. You've still got the player boosted up there.
Yeah, Siren still has a really strong spot. Chopper swings out. Siren does make that boost work, and a second kill from the Deagle. And now we're looking at a 2 versus 2. A minute left in the clock. Wonderful and Magix both inside of the temple. And you see the aim on this Wonderful guy. Well, he's found himself the headshot. Mr. Wonderful strikes, and just Kenzie left in the 1 versus 2. The A site is open for the plant at least. Now he needs to fixate himself upon the clutch.
Getting the bomb down here is huge, though. He can fall back in towards Donut. I mean, look at what they're working with. A scout. Wonderful doesn't even have armor here.
They've got to move quickly as well. No kit on their backs right now. There's so many positions he could have fallen back to. A man, he could be a Donut. Spirit don't have the util to clear it out, but now they have a smoke. Magix picks it up, and he's got an AK. They can smoke off the bomb, they can smoke off the Donut, and they can get onto it, but they have to do it now. There's no kit, so a full 10-second defuse needed. Kenzie goes out. 1 pick on the Magix, 5 seconds left on that defuse, holding through, and Kenzie will clutch it out. Close, but it will be Aurora's.
I like that little detail at the end, though, from Spirit, where they actually left a gap intentionally on the side of the smoke so they could fight out Kenzie as he was spamming onto the bomb diffuser, but Kenzie was a step ahead and well handled. Considering it was the force bite, got a little scary there for Aurora.
Yeah, good to see Kenzie coming through in the clutch, though. Definitely delivering for his team, even under pressure. And I think for Aurora, that did get a little dicey, and it's especially because they still commit into that A site after they get delayed so long. The players in Donut were alone fighting while the main players were smoked off. See if mid-round calls in the future can be improved upon. For now, though, Aurora going straight into this B-bomb site.
Yeah, here they come, charging in towards Chopper. Oh, he's chopped down 2 with a 5-7. Damage goes down on the 3rd kill, and he wants the rifle. I don't know how Chopper's got away alive here, and he nearly gets a 3rd. Luckily, Kenzie stops Chopper from getting more, but is it that lucky? Because the bomb is safely in the hands of Spirit, and they've just left it.
This force buy looked incredibly risky, but, well, it works if you just try and run through a smoke into Chopper. He's ready for you with that 5-7, a massive double kill, almost the 3rd. And how do you recover this bomb? I think it relies on someone getting active elsewhere. Lucky could be that man if he decides to push through Red House. Now, obviously, that is being held. With the Galil, he has the opportunity to find something here.
Yeah, this could work nicely. Needs to cause some chaos to make sure they can get that bomb back, but he's being watched for right now. Oh, and Magix wins the fight elsewhere. This has gone horribly wrong for Aurora.
The Butcher has sharpened his cleaver, and Siren cuts off the only player that could have done anything about it. Chop, chop, round done.
I mean, listen, Aurora said, just win both pistols, get those 3 rounds. Nope, not in this one. Spirit stacked the right site. And I really feel like Aurora in these couple of rounds have committed way too early against these lower buys. You've got to be aware that there could be these stacks in play. You've got to be able to play for info, try and play between the sites more. Otherwise, you run the risk of that happening to you.
And you knew you were either against pistols or against a force buy, right? That was the only outcome there. There wasn't going to be full rifles in here in play. So, yeah, that one trying to force an issue, and they're the ones that crumble.
Here it is, the start of the round. The reason why I went Spirit's White. Just frustrating that the bomb is at the front of the attack. Once that goes down, impossible to get it back unless you keep committing upwards. So, round picked up for Spirit right away here in the CT side, and that has put Aurora in an uncomfortable position here.
Mate, I mean, you don't even have many nades.
Did you need it? I suppose you've saved over the AK. You kind of feel like you have to force around it.
That's probably the reason. And they've already lost the first man hit. Chopper playing that all-important Jaguar position. Picks up the initial opener. At least some mid-control from Aurora. But it looks like Spirit are pretty comfortable giving this up. Just playing from the sites instead. Oh, that could be false information from Patsy. They snuck into Donut already here.
Well, that's a little bit more information. That's that AK known as well. They can start to move the pieces around. That control in towards Jaguar does alleviate some pressure so they can bring over Wonderful. He's getting closer to Red, and Patsy's taking contact with the M4, finds the kill.
Oh, a Siren. Just sitting back in Temple. Here he comes, running out. Patsy's come to support him. And that bomb is going down, though, for Aurora. Got the bomb plant. They got the extra cash confirmed, and now they just dip back into the post plant. Seltzer cannot retreat. Patsy doesn't give him that mercy. And now Chopper coming down through middle. Should be able to get behind these Donut players. Oh, a great shot from Latik. We're getting to see a bit of the skill on display here for Aurora. They said their biggest strength was their aim. Chopper around the back of Donut, though. Should be confirming this round to go Spirit's way. Defuse being stuck by Wonderful. And Patsy will push through to cut Kenzie out of play. So Spirit tie things up. Patsy enjoys that one. And Aurora, they do get a bomb plant, so I'm intrigued to see what economic decision they go with here.
I don't think the money will be good enough, even with the plant, but
Is that
probably some
on his-
pistols.
He's got an egg on his desk.
Did he have an
But it's
egg?
like a gray egg.
I didn't see
Like a
it.
stress ball egg.
Oh, okay.
That's cool.
I thought you just meant an actual egg.
Now, that would be Jackie.
Yeah, Jackie just carries eggs around.
He does
I
just carry
do not
eggs
know
around.
what that's about.
I just see him taking pictures of eggs.
He has them in his pockets.
Oh, it is just the pistols for Aurora. Again, they're really not going for much utility into this.
It's the right call. You have to find the next round. You can maybe catch them off guard, but Patsy, he's not going to get caught off guard here. He's the one that's hunting, and oh, lines them up in the smoke. Easy for Patsy. Nice triple kill. Does go down, but that's the round secured.
Mamma mia.
I did sound like Mario there.
Yeah, you really did.
Oh,
Yeah.
I went to see the Mario movie yesterday. It's inspired me. Some creative genius from that film, of course. So
Absolutely. Well, we will finally have that gun round. And I would like to see more of an ability for Aurora to play across the map. Now that they're going to have lots of utility, lots of opportunities to put pressure on positions. Let's see if that's what they go for here. I thought Latic might have been saving for the AWP, but not quite. An AK picked up. This mid-control looking good early. It's only Lackey here. Look at the counter flash. Really well worked there by Siren.
We talk about sharp aim on Aurora. Well, it applies to Spirit as well. Magic.
Oh, wow.
That's been pressured. They're running through again. This time around, he can't find the frag, but Chopper, again, always capable for one.
Chopper's having a great start to this game right now. He has been locking this B site down. But Magic's going down without a fight because of the good flash. Allows that space for Aurora to commit to the bomb plant. Oh, they walk right into Chopper, though. And the rest of the rotation has arrived. There's no flanks coming in. It's all from the same side. And that might favor the side of Aurora here. But Wonderful trades out his in-game leader. Just Selter left alone. And he has got himself on the top of the ramp. Smoke! Okay! Patsy and Siren both fall foul. And it's just Wonderful left. The AWP switch to the AK. He's got a smoke he can throw in the bomb. Try and pull Seltzer into the fight, and he's so close to winning it, but Wonderful will pull through.
Wow, I wasn't sure if Wonderful would get out of that smoke in time, but he just about manages to find a way to do it, despite Selter trying his best, sneaking through the smoke, catching the first couple of players off guard. It's not enough for Aurora, but we're certainly seeing promising signs from some of their players.
Yeah, it was wonderful from Selter to be able to pull that back. You can see Spirit were just convinced it had to be a cave player just because of the smoke's position. And that smoke, I mean, Aurora, sure, they're going to run through that smoke every time.
Didn't even look like he was outside of the smoke there.
I know.
That's crazy. Wouldn't happen in CS2.
Definitely can feel the hype from both teams. Honestly, every team is really going for it. You can tell at this sort of tournament.
Yeah, I think Jerry was saying in his interview earlier today that players, you get like an extra 35% out of them. Now, obviously, this is a stat coming from his mind, but, you know, I can get behind it. But 35% more, we'll say, out of these players. It just gives them that extra hunger when you're playing at the RMR, when you want to be immortalized in the game.
Yeah, I feel like it's a mix of the preparation ahead of this tournament and then certain players just step it up in these big moments. And Spirit have been some of those players in the past. Definitely delivering right now. 4-2 up, A site under pressure.
Oh, it's very quick here from Aurora. Siren tries to dish out the utility to slow this down. He will be under quite a bit of pressure himself, but he's found the perfect gap. And now he can look out to the left side. Siren! Oh, he sounds the alarm, and Kenzie's pushed behind. Temple is his domain as he flanks on Magix. He's still looking for Siren that has been such a thorn in their side, but he's dropped back into Donut behind the smoke, plays on the phase of it, and Siren so close to all five, but finally put in the ground. And Lackey, he can win this one. He's got it down into the 1v1. Wonderful yet again, having to step up for the clutch.
Oh, how long does Wonderful hold that?
How has Lackey done this? How has he pulled it back? And now he has the angle! Wonderful falls and Lackey pulls back the round.
What a game we're getting for ourselves here. So back and forth in these rounds. It looked for sure like it was going to go one way, then it swings the other. So hard to predict.
Siren was just dancing around here, having them play to his tune, but it didn't seem to matter. He finds 4 kills, almost gets the 5th, and somehow Lackey recovers. What a clutch.
Siren sitting there right now wondering what more can he do? What more is needed to win a round?
Yeah, definitely, man. He was playing so well around the bomb site. Rotate had arrived. It's not enough. And you can see just how explosive the start to this game has been and how much emotion is being put into it because it's already a second timeout for Aurora. You can't blame them because it's been so chaotic. And now that they might have the edge in the economy, I think they want to take the chaos out of the game. It is still a bye for Spirit, though. So pretty big round here.
It's actually not a bad buy for Spirit either.
Maybe missing some of those early mollies, which you do see thrown on Ancient.
No head armor. This Mac 10 on Lucky could actually do a lot of work. Looking like he might be going fast as well once this initial utility barrage is dispersed. He's ready to be the point man. Seeing if Patsy's going to be getting up into any of those tricks in towards mid, but not this time around.
Really looks like Aurora are very happy to go for this heavily grouped up style of play early or in the mid round. I do wonder whether Spirit will decide to make any info plays as this game goes on.
That timing, that is so painful. Ladix got back onto the angle, but Wonderful shouldn't repeat this. He knows now there is pressure here, and he can focus on Donut. A missed shot, though. Information gain. They are under pressure, but Siren is stepping up again. The bomb drops. Wonderful takes another. Lucky might have gotten up and close and found one more. Wonderful has him locked in here, but has to swap, and the USP works out. Chopper comes on through, and Spirit hold.
How good has Siren been? This is nuts from him on the A side. They're probably going to stop going A at this point. There's the egg. You see it? You see what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's just been so good at just getting multi-kills on the site. It's a really solid start from Siren coming into this RMR.
Yeah, absolutely. He's normally the lowest fragging player on this team. Generally, Chopper even outfrags him as the in-game leader of the squad. But here, as this A anchor, he's been very, very reliable.
That's the first timeout for Team Spirit as well. So Halley will have his say.
Also very cool seeing Starix on the Aurora side.
Yeah, he's back. He's back, and he's on the coach in chair, I guess. He's right behind them. Starix returns. Definitely a great mind to have standing behind you.
Yeah, man. I mean, he was, in theory, going to be IGLing for Na'Vi before that coach rule change happened so long ago.
Yeah, I believe he's coming with this team to kind of build it up, right, as like all the sort of newer stars, and well, we're seeing some of those stars shine here individually.
It's kind of funny, we are definitely not getting the old school Na'Vi style out of Aurora, though.
Oh, it's been like the polar opposite, right?
Yeah.
It's just been rush everywhere. I think at a certain point they got to change it up, though, because it's not working.
Yeah, I think you have to.
It's almost working.
It's almost working,
and that kind of makes you want to keep doing it.
Yeah, true. It's like, if we just do it one more time, maybe we can get it. Yeah. Unfortunately, it hasn't been too convincing, though, and they're going to throw away a lot of their T side if they keep it up. Spirit right now looking for 6 already. A UMP in the hands of Chopper. Doesn't mind going to an SMG, and Patsy through the smoke does a hell of a lot of damage to Lackey.
Everyone knows that lineup these days. You gotta know it.
What's with IGLs and UMPs? It's just such a thing. What do they know that I don't?
They're just cheap, and they can get a gun into one of these players' hands, like Patsy, who just destroys everyone. Towards red, they try and challenge him early on. Doesn't work out. They're all separated, entirely different positions for the 3 remaining players here. And Patsy's going to cut one of those 3 remaining players out of contention. And it's just Norway and Latik.
I mean, that's the way you play these rounds, right? You spread everyone out. If someone gets a surprise pick with one of these pistols, it's going to send Spirit a little bit scrambling, and that's where the other pistols can maybe catch a timing, catch someone off guard, suddenly you get a few weapons, it all goes a bit crazy, but not in this reality. In this world we're living in is choppers.
My theory for the UMP is that, so the MP9 is definitely better, in my opinion, but I feel like the UMP is a little easier to control. So maybe if you're not feeling so good on the MP9, maybe if you're not meant to be the star of the team, I feel like it's much easier to spray control the UMP.
You get some better long-range engagements, even though the MP9 is ridiculously good at range.
Yeah.
It feels like, that's the question, right? Because the MP9 is just so darn good.
Yeah, it can also be good for the UMP into the gun round. You get good armor pen.
True.
And I think that does help in those sort of more medium range fights. So we'll see. He's playing in and around that cave anyway as Chopper, so definitely viable. So use an SMG there. Or maybe he'll just ruin it all and upgrade.
Well, update from the other stream, currently 5-4 lead for Big. Could go the other way and tie up, though, on Anubis versus iNation.
First AWP for Latik. Do we see them slow down? Let him work his magic with that AWP. See, Chopper is using that UMP into this Jaguar position. And it does look like a slightly slower round from Aurora.
Wonderful. Flash off the angle, but sounds his AWP off, so now they know that's in play. Matic might even get boosted up onto the box to give it a look in. Chopper's under pressure here, but has support. Nades going both ways. This setup's so deadly. The SMG doesn't stick out as far, so you can just tuck into this corner. Magix takes the contact, and Chopper can easily collect a frag or 2.
I feel like Magix is fully just making noise and baiting them in right now to look at that corner. That's what it feels like. They won't come his way yet. Look at this passive setup from Spirit. A is being left very open as well as mid. So Celta could cause a bit of chaos here if he can activate at the right time.
They'll throw a bit of utility out, and that's going to be Celta's go signal. But Chopper has the same signal, and he's taken down by Kenzie. Now Magic in the same position, cleared as well. They talked about his aim, and he's putting it on display here. Oh, they're coming on back. Celta fell.
Oh, they thought Celta was about to open up the A site, but luckily Siren has just left that gap open. He goes back to watch the red room, and that is given a chance just to walk through Donut.
Yeah, he thought that was the lurk that he'd just taken out. Instead, the A site is wide open for the bomb plant.
And he's calling now. You can hear him just, well, you can see him rather communicating that over to his team. 10 seconds. They start to commit to the plant now. So lock that through. A 3 versus 3 retake here for Spirit.
Siren leading the charge. They have a player that's considering pushing through red room for that donut flank as well. Flashbang to set up Siren, picking on out. Now everyone is set up on site or donut. They're grouping up all together now. Patsy, what a shot onto Norway. Oh, the second as well. Laddick falls. Kenzie on side, taken down. Patsy drops all 3.
Oh, that is so sick from Patsy. That is so clean. The donut setup just gets absolutely wrecked. And then the third kill is even better, all in one mag as well. That's how quick he is, how accurate he is at getting these picks.
He beats out the AURORA deep donut. That's a fight that the rifler should never win.
He uses one mag of the M4A1S.
This is what we've been waiting for from Patsy as well. I feel like he has had a much rougher run of form recently. He's below a 1 rating in the last 3 months, which seems ridiculous when you know how talented he is. But if he's peaking at the right time here at the RMRs, I'm not even mad. He's looking great in that round.
Yeah, I think at Katowice, the big storyline was about him making himself one of the best entry players of the year, right? And it was just really disappointing from him over the start of this year. But maybe if he can start to come to form in the major circuit, we get to see Spirit get back to the heights we've seen them hit last year. But Chopper close towards, oh, Jaguar, good boost kill coming in for Kenzie, and now they're going to accelerate.
Yeah, Kenzie's fighting everything over here in Jaguar. It's his home. He's the tiger in wait. Or Jaguar, I guess.
Yeah.
Double setup. Oh, wonderful force on off. Magic's position known as well as he drops the smoke. They've reinforced the third player as well. Patsy makes his way over. Oh, that spam does not quite connect. And again, this early presence towards B from Aurora has caused so many rotations. If they go for the same play back towards A, I mean, Donut's free. The A site very passively held.
This is what I was waiting for Spirit. Mid-round aggression, because Aurora are grouping up quite early in these rounds. I don't think the info comes in time, though.
If Siren gets a kill from this, I would be so impressed, but he doesn't. He does get overrun. That was the most expected result, given the fact he peeked for the utility in his hand and got caught on the timing. Spirit can't win this round. It's got to be a save. And Aurora found the gap.
It's the same round as before. And it just works this time.
Yeah, this time Siren just doesn't hold.
Yeah, that's the difference, right?
Well, that's something for Aurora to work with here.
Something for Spirit to adapt to. They've left it open twice now. This time it's worked.
I mean, just in general, I've been surprised by how passive Spirit are playing towards mid in a lot of these rounds. Maybe they're just doing it because it's been working. And that is awkward from Patsy. They want to do some damage on the exits. Great shot from Laddick. Just wonderful remaining. Would love to save this up. It looks like they will allow him to do so. Aurora also aware of their own economy.
Yeah, the mid question's an interesting one, right? Because obviously with the changes, it's a bit harder for the CTs to take that aggression early, but we did see them do it against the eco buy, right?
Yeah.
Just the pistols. So we definitely see if they do it again, right? Because Patsy is very potent in that position.
Yeah, it's just a big investment of utility you need. You probably need flashes from the players on the bomb sites as well to help you towards mid. And generally you want 2 CTs committing out into that position. Well then, second timeout taken. Spirit wanting to make sure everything is in order.
I mean, it has to be about leaving that A split gap open, right? They've done it a few times now, so...
There's the egg.
There it is. Full force confirmation it is. A squeezy egg.
Yeah, you could have got a real egg.
Not a real egg.
It'd be kind of sick if it was just a gray, dark, like boiled egg or something. You just crush it.
He just painted it gray. Yeah.
That would be pretty scary. I mean, you're going up against a player that's insane enough to just break eggs in his hands, you know? Could be a next level mind game.
I wouldn't want to see that guy's keyboard, though.
That's true, but you do it as you're walking past them at some point, you know.
Just crushing eggs in their faces.
You just build up a reputation for it.
The egg smasher.
Yeah.
All right, it is going to be a similar setup from Spirit, although they are going more aggressive onto mid with Patsy. Flash has blinded him.
Oh, Patsy, ooh, gets caught, Lackey. Oh, good trade through for Spirit. Siren needed to win that one. Looked like Lackey had a chance to take both mid players down right away, and that would have left that A site completely open.
They know that Lackey, Siren was tagged there, right, by Lackey, so that's going to give them a little bit of information about this A site being weaker. Siren can't afford a more forward position, has to play pretty passive. But again, Kenzie going to work his magic over towards Jaguar, where he's found so much success before, and Spirit are forced to hold more passive, especially losing Patsy early.
Based on the information you know about doing damage to the donut player, killing the mid player, you've got to know that this B site can't be strong, right? There's going to be one player has to rotate off at some point. So Aurora sticking to the guns and heading towards B. Chopper realizes you just can't sit on the site and get executed upon. You have to go aggressive and try and pull some of those kills back. And he's damn close to taking two. Just the one for Chopper, though.
That's a sick kill from Chopper, running through the flames. Wonderful, still has to find a shot here. So many players pushing him, and he can't quite hit onto Laddick. Crept behind the flames, gives them back the advantage. Now Norway is still low. Magix is here. He has to be the man to do it. The smoke in his face, flames at his back. Repositions, lining up for the spam on the plant. He's a little bit off the mark. That bomb is going to go down.
Oh, a lot of spam through the smoke. Magix takes out Latic. No problems there. And now Spirit looking to accelerate on this retake. They're checking their flank, making sure they're not getting checked upon from behind. And now they'll double up and move in together.
Look at that HE from Siren. That's thrown to the right place, which it's not. It could have been deadly. No kit and two angles that they're not sure about. Both ramp and cave unaccounted for. These T's are doubled up, but they could have gone anywhere, and they have to force the issue. Running on down, Celta swings on out. Magic, just no time for this. Gets one kill, but that's all he's going to find.
Spirit just in general took way too much time there. Oh, wow. Celta really wanted that. He's dead, though. He is dead to the bomb. So that will be a bit of a shame.
But want to go out in style. It's just
yeah,
not one tap.
So. He was really feeling himself, really wanted it. Yeah, that's a retake that just took way too long from Spirit. Magix gave them the opportunity, but they didn't have the kit. They had to go quicker.
The big issue for me has been Wonderful on this B side. I feel like we've seen him a couple of times now, been in a position to fight ramp, and he's either been flashed off and then repositioned poorly, or he just gets taken down like he did there. He needed to find something, and he didn't need to be standing so aggressively there, right?
Well, now look at the buy from Spirit. It's just Magix on that one save rifle, and everybody else on pistols and a Zeus in there. But they use that boost to great effect. Magic's rifle does take the first kill.
Aggression out through A.
Look at this flank.
Might work. Oh, Magix just wins a follow-up fight. Celta, awkward, uncomfortable, and this has gone all wrong.
How is this happening? How have they managed to do this? The rifle gets two, and then they just push him in, catch the perfect timing, and overwhelm them.
This is exactly what you need to do in this sort of buy, though, and it's worked out perfectly. This is so difficult now for Aurora to recover. They have no space, completely lost all the control everywhere on the map.
And they've picked up another gun here for Spirit too, right? Patsy's on the AK. And a full minute left. Tough to see how they pull this one back.
This is the sort of aggression they need to be showing maybe some of their gun rounds as well, right? We've seen how well it works. We often see teams pushing out that aggressive nature, but first time they do it is here with the pistols. It's working well so far.
It's not impossible to recover this. Two rifles, some aggression against you. They want this gun. Oh, you want that clean kill, though. Now it is going to be much more difficult because Magix is ready.
Magix.
Just set up the bait for him. Oh, he just swings instead.
He does swing and gives away his life, and now an opening into the site. Nori and Kenzie looking to pull it back, and they are starting to do it. Couple of kills already in. Damage player through the smoke, but Patsy on the flank, the AK-47, and he will even wallbang to deny Norvi the bomb plant.
That's wonderful from Patsy, and I don't mean the play up. Good aggression, gets that opening kill, gets himself an AK, and then able to come through at the perfect time on the flank. What a round from Spirit.
Yeah, great round, sets up Magix nice and early. It's the first kill of the round to really get the most out of this rifle. And then Patsy on the A aggression finds an AK, which comes through to close it. So an 8th round, they've won the half by at least one round here on the CT play.
Really rolled that R on the Harosh. Now that is out there in the internet, Dinko. You purring.
Yeah.
Got a regular Jaguar here on the cast.
Yeah, man.
For free?
Well, this is where Aurora are going to have to recover because that's a brutal round loss.
It's completely like messed up their economy.
Yeah, it's really bad. Again, they're not able to get much utility into this round. I mean, they don't have any right now. We saw Patsy was able to get involved once he got the AK. We saw Magix was set up with the hero rifle in the previous. It's much more difficult to do that on the T side, though.
Yeah, this is where Wonderful can start to shine. These should be some easy kills for him. In the right place, the right angle. A fun boost. Oh, but he adjusts. Great shot from Wonderful. Now he knows another player's here, and it's his as well.
Love the snap from Wonderful. I thought the boost might actually catch him out, but he adjusted just at the right time. And now Chopper, well, he has been so good at holding these B-ramp pushes. He's just patient, waiting for that smoke to fade away. Sees a shadow up against the wall. He knows exactly what to look out for. Latic caught out by it. Chopper gets a second, and they'll start to run away. Just Norvey left now. And Chopper decides to execute him. A 9th round for Spirit. And Aurora's T side started pretty well, but it started to fizzle out.
Yeah, I think we have seen Spirit really take control of this half, especially when you consider Aurora won the pistol, got off to a 2-0 lead. It's been very solid from Spirit in the gun rounds. Definitely good to see. Wonderful maybe hasn't been that involved for Spirit. And I think sometimes he can struggle a bit. He plays within the system, so you don't necessarily get that star AWP. Here is Aurora, though. Last gun round for them. Good molly. Patsy having to play anti-flash. This is so awkward. They're sneaking up on him, and he turns for 2.
They might get a third here as well, but looks away at the wrong time. Focused on the ledge play, and Seltzer was given an opportunity to pull it back, and Siren gives them an opportunity to get right back into this round. The A-main push not needed, and that's it evened up. Wonderful luckily saves their bacon with a flick up on towards Norvey in mid, but look at the position Latic has got now.
It's factored for. Magix is definitely ready for this. To be favored in this fight, and that's a big kill. Celta now in a much more difficult position. 1v3, good read on where these players are, but no smoke for Donut. Wonderful can just sit here with the AWP.
Seltzer in a really difficult spot with 1 minute to play with. He'll flash that AWP away.
Well, Stunner's let him know where he is.
Does make this round more difficult. And peeks into Wonderful, who will confirm the 10th round for Team Spirit in this first half. A strong showing to open things up, led by Patsy.
And round 5, what do we get now?
Okay, so we got a leash, we're going to leash again.
I'll just try Carrigan, because I think Carrigan is going to give me a lot of hints.
GKS, Justin Savage, Justin Kill Savage.
He's older than 24.
AK-47, more than 5 majors.
And it seems like he is not European.
It could be Nitro, but at the same time, I think he's been... I'm going to try Nitro, actually. That's exactly the same result.
Not so familiar with all the NA players, so it's maybe a bit tougher on me, this one.
Okay, let's try. Nico.
The team is not Liquid, so no one from Liquid could be it. Maybe Rush? We can try for Rush.
Twist, he's Canadian, so not that guy. Naf. But then again, it could be Naf, but at the same time, but maybe Canadian, I'm going to try Naf.
Hooksy. Wait, it's not Europe. Electronic. More than 8 majors, and it's not even close to the Russia or Europe.
Rush is not it, but I have the age, range pretty clear now.
American teams, it's Liquid. Liquid? Only Liquid.
It's not OC. Stop thinking Liquid. I'm only thinking Liquid. Who else is playing in North America?
And he's played a lot of majors, it seems like, so it seems to be like an obvious name, to be honest.
Stewie 2K. He's from America, he's retired already, and he's younger than 27, imagine. Maybe he's playing Valorant.
Which was the roster that Cloud9 won the Boston major? Was Stewie, Automatic, Rush, Skadoodle maybe? No, it's because the weapon is AK, so that wouldn't fit. Could it be Tarek?
Let's try Tarek.
Let's go!
Why was that one? That one was really hot.
Yes, it's Tarek.
Spirit lead the way. Double figures hit in their first half showing here on Ancient. I thought we were going to get more of a competitive game out of Aurora versus Spirit, but it's definitely a positive sign to see them come through so strong.
Yeah, well, you know, their strategy out the gate didn't work, right? You win the pistol, you get the first 6 rounds, or whatever he was saying.
Yeah,
Or
first three, and then you win the second half.
Exactly.
Well, maybe it still has a chance to at least, maybe you can get 4 rounds off the back of a pistol win here, Lucy, and then the math will add up.
Yeah, we'll see. I think that round that they lost to the pistols with that single M4, that one kind of hurt them a lot. It reset them completely and it allowed Spirit to get those last 3 rounds.
Absolutely. And it's just so great to see Patsy playing to this level. 19 kills at the half. Really feels like Spirit have showed up at the right time for the RMRs. Let's see if they can keep it up on the T side. We've got plenty of nades for Chopper. There is somewhat of a stack here for Aurora into the cave, so Spirit needs to be a little careful, but utility at the ready.
Magic's charging at the front of the pack. Northeast trying his best to get a couple of shots to land through the smoke, but they won't. And it's the aggression from Aurora that could have cost them that first player. But Patsy sticks around, still looking for this. And Magic's comes through the other side. They've crunched on them in the Jaguar. And that's the bomb down. Chopper catches Norvi trying to pull a fast one and slip on by. But it's not too easy here for Aurora. They're getting absolutely destroyed. Lackey has pulled out the dual Berettas, finds a victim with them, taps and smokes the bomb to try and pull some fights and create that pressure, but now they realize no one's sticking it. Wonderful ends up knocking 2 down on the way out, and that is the pistol of the second half going Spirit's way.
That's just really well played from Spirit. I mean, it was a bit unfortunate the setup from Aurora meant that their 2 rotators were going to take so long to get there. They had a very forward A setup. But this is the winning play here was when the 2 players were spot out in Jaguar. Instead of just trying to take the fight, they crunched together from both angles.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was really well played. And the idea from Aurora is to just still have that cave control and just have that be a nuisance for the retake. But as soon as Spirit clear it out in such effective fashion, that's gone. That's the round done. And this round should be gone with it.
It was interesting hearing from the interview earlier today what maps they thought were going to be played, and I wonder how much that plays into the scoreline we're seeing now. Maybe they're just a little bit unprepared for the map that's come in today.
Oh, tease it.
Alrighty, power yourself up, Hockey. You're doing the Zeus sound effect this round.
Nah, he's not getting it, though.
Oh. Nothing more disappointing than seeing a Zeus play that doesn't connect. Oh, look at me, jump scare.
All right, yeah, just around the back. That's what we're dealing with it.
Okay.
And again, okay,
Here
wonderful. Okay, they get it. No fighting in this round.
T-sided player, man, apparently. Got a 3K in the pistol, 2K hit.
15 and 5. He's now reaching the same amount of kills as Chopper. Magic starting to get involved now too. Lovely 3K to close, 13 hit for him. Everyone from Team Spirit hitting their numbers.
Man, I almost feel bad for Siren. He had such a good start, and then I feel like he was just avoided.
Yeah,
he did so well.
He was almost his worst enemy.
Yeah, he doesn't get more kills because he was just destroying them.
An overachiever. Sometimes it's better to be mid and then peak at the end.
Damn.
Is that your advice? Is that CS or life?
Life, I guess.
Be
Just
mid.
Be mid all life, and then as soon as
Peak at the
you
end.
are exceptional, people are like, damn, all right.
That's so true.
I mean, that's what Magic's is saying. Lower your expectations.
Ooh, mid-control heavily contested by Aurora. It does leave a slight gap towards that A-bomb site, but I think they can get back there in time. Bit of pressure out to B from Spirit, but it is definitely this A play.
Yeah, this A play, and will it be good enough here from Selter to hold? He's got his teammate coming out from Donut. Oh, nice little smoke deployed. He's going to try and play over the top of it, and he will do it to devastating effect.
Ooh.
Siren and Patsy can't do anything about it. And this attack from Spirit has completely fizzled out.
Sal got burned down to 3 health there, but he got back into the smoke in time. As you said, really creative way to help his teammate on the hold. And this is where Spirit needs some of those big moments from individuals. Wow.
Okay, they gifted a kill there, and they've still got this flank.
Remember, Selter's low as well.
There's a real chance they can make this work. He has to scramble away.
I thought he went back through the fire for a second. That would have killed him, but he gets away. He gets behind the CT smoke. Now 4 versus 3. For some reason, it still feels like Spirit have a great shot here, but luckily, they do have Kenzie on the score for Aurora.
There are 3 players in Temple. This can be blocked off with this Molotov. The issue is they have to worry about this player in towards Donut. Wonderful. He's going to throw the flames in there, and that's going to give them a fair bit of space to work with.
It's getting the plants hard here because you're worried about getting beat for CT and Donut, and the fight does go the way of Kenzie. He's still low on health. Wonderful tries his best, but Aurora pick up that first round of the second half.
So the issue with that A hit there is if you allow the player that's playing behind the default boxes the time, not only to deploy the smoke, but then to get into this one-way position, it kind of just falls flat. It needs to be immediate off the execute. Otherwise, that player there can do so much damage, and we saw exactly how that takes place.
And he did eventually get blind. It was just a little late, the flash. So he was able to start that spray. He got the first kill before the flash even landed. So you could see that Spirit were at least somewhat trying to deal with that. Just not quite the right timing that time. Maybe they'll get the timing right this time because they're already out on A.
It's super fast here from Spirit, but Seltzer once again gets a double kill through the smoke. Simon and Patsy have no chance at breaking through him. Chopper has to make the difference here. Quick flank through Donut. Lackey not looking the right way, and finally Seltzer put in the ground. Chopper finds the headshot from behind, and they've pulled it back to a 3 versus 3. The rotation is already here. They've even got that mid flank they can come into the late round of this play.
There's nothing for Spirit to work with in the post plant. They just need to win out these aim duels. Chopper might have an opportunity here. He's spotted one. Wonderful clearing out, see if that flank's coming through, but knows that it isn't. Now he can play a little bit more passive. Magic's on the side. He's going to be the one that's a little bit thrown out into the wolves here, and oh my god, how does he get that kill? Unbelievable on the drop down. Noah steps up for his opportunity. Magix is able to, well, does go down to Kenzie. Chopper all on him.
Yeah, sitting in Donut, smoked off right now. They're both behind it. You're gonna start spamming onto that ball, but the time is just ticking too far now. They're sticking it again around to the left side. You gotta kill them now. You gotta do it.
Whoa.
But Norby just sticks it. Kenzie covers them off, and that is a crazy round win coming in for Aurora.
That's 4 kills through smokes in that round. That is wild. Oh, and Wonderful was in A main, but he chose to wrap back round to Donut. This is Seltzer, though. I mean, it's crazy to commit to that with the M4A4 because you are spotted on those traces. I thought he was going to get spammed back, but it's so clean on these sprays through the smoke.
What a crazy round from Aurora, but it's picked up 12-7. Spirit's money now broken down just to pistols. They'll have a buy in the next round, but the goal of this one is to just try and do as much damage as you can to that CT economy and get a bomb plant.
Yeah, there's nothing here. Ooh. Okay. Ooh,
Could be something.
Yep. Kenzie surely not going to get away with this. That HE does slow down Patsy and actually sets up Kenzie for the frag. He's scared them off.
They know he's low, so they just can keep
Siren
fighting
found
him.
a kill as well. There was a push down.
Look where the bomb is, though. They got to go back to the B doors, and it's currently...
Oh, that was in mid that he got that kill in Red House with the
Yeah.
Eagle. That's huge.
So that pulls one of the players away. Seltzer has to leave that A site and come back and watch red.
Yeah, they can just slow this down and reset right now. And the CTs want to take back control of mid, but Siren playing more passive. Oh, he had the right idea, but missed opportunity. And Seltzer will get to safety.
Oh, swinging out, Siren. Forced into the fight. Seltzer able to draw the numbers back in favor of Aurora. Now we're looking at 45 seconds still left in this round for Spirit.
There's an AWP. Oh, it's gone.
They have just crossed out at the perfect time.
Yeah, but Seltzer's still here, and we're seeing what he can do in the back of Donut.
Timing.
Comes
Slipping
down.
by now, and he repeats into Chopper, who had a rifle. We actually had a chance at winning that, but doesn't pick up the fight, and that should be it now. Unless Magix just hits the D immediately.
Oh.
Okay, Seltzer not
ugly.
able to do it.
Okay, well, Magix wins that one out, and maybe it is a bit of magic needed. Fakes out the bomb plant. Matic, considering the peek on through, actually drops the nade. Oh, Magic's not hearing them, though, and the USB comes through. He could have had the opportunity. That was a free kill.
I think the nade must have just blocked the footsteps sprinting towards him. Magix goes to commit to the plant. Definitely would have had a 1 versus 1 fight there if he had just committed to that. I'm sure he would have.
I feel like if you're going to fake plant, you just keep your gun out for a bit. But now, well, 12-8 it is. Aurora will be able to get themselves back in contention here with a couple of round wins.
But a lot of good damage done in that last round as well for Spirit. Look at 3 players right now under the 1,000 mark for Aurora in leftover cash.
Oh, mid taken by Aurora. They've got a player up through mid into position, but Lackey handled early.
Difficult with the SMG there against the AKs. Wanted to get up close, and unfortunately does go down. Kenzie now. He feels like he has to take some initiative back. Peeking on through. Doesn't actually spot anything. Patsy definitely would have spotted him, though.
Kenzie's been playing a very dangerous game around Jaguar. I'm glad he came back.
To be fair, with the way he's been playing, why not play a dangerous game?
Yeah, they weren't lying when he said he had the best aim, right? Definitely the aggressive player for this side. Under the leadership of Jerry before with him and Norby. Well, under a minute left. Spirit still with that player advantage to shift back over towards B. It's a decent enough setup over here towards this side of the map for Aurora.
Yeah, Spirit reset, but they don't really make much noise elsewhere. So Aurora stick with the setup. It's a little slow here from Spirit. Finally, they'll start to make their move up.
Kenzie in Jaiguar, nice kill on Chopper. Holding that advanced position into the late round has reaped its reward. Now Spirit up towards the site. Commit to the bomb plant. They lock it in. Now into the post-plant situation we go. Aurora coming in with 3 players on the CT side.
A lot of damage being done here. Plenty of utility as well. Running on through. Kenzie going to spot out one and even finds the second player, but can't connect the shot. Celta has found that kill. Wonderful now has to come up good again. A 1 versus 2. He's about to get mollied off. We're going to step in front of it, but Latic with the AWP strikes true.
That's a massive round to pick up coming in for Aurora. It looks so good for Spirit. Getting into this side, they have the numbers up. The post plant's really hard to force away, but they've come through Aurora, and that retake looked really solid.
Yeah, I actually liked the way Spirit delayed their push slightly. They waited for the spams through the smokes before they actually crossed to the site. It looked pretty nice for them to get that bomb down clean in the 4-on-4. But fair play to Aurora. It's always so important you win that first fight on the retake. They do exactly that, and they trade off each other really effectively.
Yeah, and I'd say the most important duel there is one between Kenzie and Chopper, right? Because that was the fight that basically allowed Kenzie to stay alive. He's able to then take full cave control. They never have to be worried about that threat. They know it can only be ramp. If Chopper finds that kill, it's a completely different round. Or if he just holds and doesn't go for the push and just plays patient, it's a different round.
Yeah.
They're starting to believe on the Aurora side. Oh, yeah. Whew. Okay.
Yeah, they're definitely fired up about picking that round up because they believe that round puts them back into the second half. Well, they're not going to be putting away Spirit's buys just yet, although this is very weak. It's still a good enough purchase to get something done here with the rifles on every player, and it's pretty quick. Look at this, charging quickly into the site. Kenzie and Norby having to hold this, and Kenzie gets a double. Norby peeks out, and it's all done. Spirit get nowhere on the B side. Aurora go on fire.
What a read from Aurora. Normally, Kenzie's been playing in and around Cave, in and around Jaguar. This round, he commits to the site early at the perfect time to deal with the execute. And maybe Aurora just realized Spirit would have some weaknesses. Spirit feel like they have to go for a fast execute. And Kenzie is the man for the job.
Yeah, what a read, just to not fight Jaguar at all. Reinforce the side as 3, considering that a fast play might be coming out the gate, and it's perfect from Kenzie.
I'm loving Kenzie, man. He loves the round wins. Oh, they're not going to love that, though.
And that's opened up A. Look at this. They have to rotate the 2 players back from red as quickly as they can towards CT, and Latic has got the AWP over here at Donut. Hits the shot on Patsy. Now it might slow Spirit down because there was an opening towards A, but they now realize that adjustment's been made.
Patsy was so fast that the rest of the players just weren't in position to capitalize on that space, unfortunately. Now, that was the rifle recovered as well. Everyone's just running with these Tech 9s now. Good thing about killing someone on the CT is it does make the defense a little bit weaker towards mid and A usually, so you can see that that's where Spirit want to try and take that space back again.
Yeah, even just the chance to get that rifle back in Donut will be nice. Chopper will get that in hand. No one watching Donut right now. Salta will arrive. Chopper might be holding this angle. Ooh, Salta falls back.
Oh, Latic. That was very well from Temple. Spirit, though, slipped into the site, and they're going to put a bomb down with no issue. And I think that's the main part of the round ticked off. Now, if they get anything other than that, that's a huge bonus. They feel like they can win this, though.
Still 2 smokes for the retake, though. That's big for Aurora here. They're playing from the site instead.
They have to. They can fight this. They've got the M4. They have no utility. They know that they have to go for these fights. And Chopper, he wants to take 2, gets 1, and Wonderful's found 1 with the Tech 9. That's all it's going to be.
Yeah, it was always likely that Aurora were going to pull that retake off given the resources they had available, but Spirit do well again to just figure out how to get into the site, get the bomb down. That'll give them a really solid buy going into this next round.
Do we get ourselves a timeout for Team Spirit? I think they've called a couple already.
Latik's hitting some nice shots here too. Trying to get into it.
Spirit might need that stress egg soon.
A lot of intensity right now from Aurora in this comeback.
Listen, regional matchup. I think maybe that's partly playing into it, but really just the occasion. And it's Aurora who take the timeout. Starix wanting to impart some words on his team.
Yeah, this is one of the biggest strengths of Aurora is having Starix stand behind them. You can see all those prepared notes that they have logo Team Spirit at the top, and it's just sheet upon sheets of information, and you know that Starix has done that work.
Yeah, that's one of the really exciting things about Aurora, right? You've got all these young, explosive riflers, and then you've got all the experience behind the desk. And now they are in a position to even things up here against Spirit. Now, if they win this opening best of one, I mean, that's such a great start for Aurora in terms of the upset potential and getting further.
Absolutely. And for Spirit, if they get through this best of one, right, this is a sort of pressure off of their shoulders because Aurora, one of the scariest best of one teams to go up against, and you can see why now. Vote on Blast TV if you want to have your say in it, if Aurora going to pull this comeback. And they're going to be setting up for an A execute out of spawn here, Alex.
They're loving this A site. They're really going for it.
Laki's about to get a whole lot of info, though.
Yeah, this is a lot of info back. Does Celta put down that same smoke to try and defend?
He's been so good here, Lucy. He might do it again.
Yeah, the smoke comes down, no flames yet, and he's just sitting behind it. All right, the Molotov comes on over, and it's not extinguished. He's forced on back, so they have managed to find their way through to the site, although he's using that little gap there to his advantage. They can't take any further ground here, and the flames are actually going to lick the Spirit players. Bomb needs to go down here. He can't quite find the spot, and Donut is now under pressure. Smokes are fading. Celta's dropped one with the bomb.
Well, it took a while there for Spirit to get to the site, and now it's really awkward because the bomb is loose.
They're in their post-plant positions, and the bomb's not down.
Now, where do you go from here? The plan didn't lead up to this point. Didn't include this issue. It's problem solving on the fly for Team Spirit here. Siren, 44 seconds. Hasn't caught Celta moving forward to that corner. He's aware of the possibility, but they're not going anywhere with this. It's just a stalemate at the moment, a ceasefire.
There's no utility, so, I mean, Aurora aren't going to budge. Spirit are just going to have to walk into some of these fights, and it's just going to be deadly.
It's going to be 12-12 looking at this. It's hard to see a world in which Spirit even get towards the bomb now. Siren realizes, well, we got to go. Nothing's been offered up. As soon as I cross Donut, though, the firing squad is ready. And it's Norby with the first pick. Lackey hasn't even been detected. Celta just peeks out from CT. And that's the round. 9 seconds, not enough time to win this round. Chopper will go around the backside with a headshot, but they would have to immediately plant, and they don't have the bomb anywhere near them. That is the round picked up for Aurora, tied up 12-12.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate for Spirit. Obviously, I think Patsy got a little lost there in trying to plant the bomb and just couldn't get it. Felt like he had that fight under Celta, goes down, and the whole round goes in disarray. But I think the issue here isn't necessarily that. It's just how long Spirit took to respond. You can see they were just waiting for a fight to come to them, but Aurora's never going to give you a fight in that situation.
Yeah, and for Spirit, I do feel like their T side has been an issue for them at times in recent months. This is getting scary now. Aurora really starting to believe in this comeback. They've been on fire for a couple of rounds now. And Spirit just keep feeling like this A-site play should be working. Even in that round, they probably should have got the bomb down. So maybe they just go back to it again here.
Well, if it doesn't work once, or twice, or 3 times, what about a 4th time? Lucky here with the incendiary. He's going to be the one in charge. Tries to get ahead of it. The spray this time not going the way of the T's. Siren gets one through the smoke. Celta has the secondary AWP, and he's able to make that one work. But look at Chopper in the back lines. Gets one for free. And now he's going to be a massive thorn in their sides, but only for a moment. As he was able to catch him out. Oh! What is that from Celta? He's on a rampage here. And Wonderful now has 3 players to find. All of his teammates fallen. It's desperation.
Celta has just absolutely destroyed them again through the smokes. The awareness to turn back into middle. And they put Wonderful in a really tough spot. 40 seconds, discipline into the situation here in the late round. It's forced Wonderful just a shoulder peek for info, and Celta will confirm an incredible round. That is just unbelievable from the Donut.
Mate, Aurora getting away with a lot of these rounds now. We've had it before where they were spraying through the smoke with the rifle. That makes a little more sense, but the AWP shot.
That's stupid.
Unbelievable.
Perfectly placed. And And listen, it is hard to get that one down.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that is what I would say too.
Absolutely.
Oh, jeez. Man, this has turned so quickly. Spirit down to pistol, down around. They're coming out through mid. They're desperate here.
Tech9's with pace against double up could be good.
Resmoke towards red. Lackey's going to tuck himself in the corner.
Oh, it's a bait as well. Noah's going to fire some shots, fall back, and try and bait in this push from Patsy.
It is the one player that is likely to fall for this too. They would love to go aggressive around one of these corners. In the meantime, it is Spirit setting up outside of this B side. Patsy not able to get anything done from his individual position at top red. Now Spirit need to look to break down the doors at B. And it's looking like the doors are being reinforced. There's more and more players arriving here with every second that ticks on.
Yes, pure contact here. Kenzie's position is deadly. So many players to reinforce this. Kenzie's going to get flashed through. He's actually not going to spot anything. Laddick definitely does. Now look at the reinforcement. The sentry comes on through. Can't even commit off the back of that flash. Now Kenzie's got himself into the cubby. Smirk is going to cause some issues. He's a little bit isolated here, but more damage being done through. Lucky just charges on in, gets one. Norby's here as well, and everyone falls.
Spirit have disappeared. They've just absolutely disappeared in the second half. They're not winning any of the fights. They're just getting out-fragged by Aurora. The skill has shifted over to Aurora. The firepower is on the CT side right now.
Yeah, Spirit won the first 2 rounds off the pistol. They haven't won a round since. And for Aurora, honestly, it's been the 1-2 punch of Kenzie and Selter, delivering most of the impact, delivering most of the multi-kill moments that have made the difference here. Laddick has definitely had a couple of rounds of his own, but it's the final timeout taken for Spirit.
And it's great to see Selter. He's the perfect example of what we were talking about earlier when a player comes to play at the RMRs, when they're in this high-pressure environment of just getting that few extra % out of them.
Ooh.
This is a big step up for him. Big 15-11 versus iNation right now. iNation keeping it competitive versus Big
man.
on this map.
They only just conceded the 15th. That was off the back of 8 rounds in a row on the T side.
Yeah, man, T-side Anubis, definitely doable in that one. Over in this one, we need to see if Spirit can change anything up. This is a sort of scenario where I would love for Wonderful to take control, take initiative as that AWPer. He's not normally that style of sniper. Spirit instead will try and slow things down.
It's also really hard to do that on the T side, right?
Yeah. On Agent particularly, right, there's just not many opportunities that you get openers. It's really just towards ramp. Ooh, that spam goes both ways. A bit of a misleading dink noise, but still does a chunk of damage.
Pretty even amount of damage on each side. But Lackey, you could be set up for a play down the bottom of the ramp. Wonderful seems to be ready for this. And he will collect the first kill. That's one way to get an opener.
Yeah, it's just dry, no flashbang. That's a little risky, really. Unnecessarily throwing that away. You do get the information, though.
But now look at the gap for Patsy up towards red. If he pushes through and he keeps forcing the issue, which he might have to now that Magix has gone down. Selter, misses a shot. He's hit pretty much everything. But this time, Chopper will best him with the rifle.
Ooh, Patsy, did he mean to shoot then? That's kind of given away his position, and that's allowed Norve to take the space back.
Patsy's dropped back. Kenzie's up. On the ledge. Patsy not looking the right way. Good recovery from Kenzie. Now Spirit come barreling back through the doors at B, and they're looking to enter this B bomb site, but the rest of the hold is here. Laddick misses the shot. Couple of missed ones here for Aurora, but they're still recovering it, and that's the bomb dropped at the top of the ramp.
No time for this, is there? 15 seconds.
Nope, there's no time. You have to charge through the smoke, and even doing that, the round win is just so unlikely at this point. You would have to immediately start planting, and look at all the angles they've got. Oh, Spirit, they've lost control of this game a long time ago, but now it's just inevitable. They're going to lose this map.
We talked about Kenzie making home in Jaguar. Well, I think he's moved into the heads of Spirit. The amount of gaps he was finding there, that was a 4v5. He finds 2 kills back, and then he just ends the round like that. Kenzie is absolutely insane in this map.
It's weird to see Spirit fall off so much on this T side.
It's just been a complete collapse. I think Kenzie's one of those players who could well make a name for himself in this RMR. We were seeing his reactions after every round. He's loving it. Aurora winning so many rounds in a row here. I can barely keep count. I think it's 9 in a row right now.
That's
what
unbelievable.
can Spirit do? How can they come back?
This is the buy they've got to do it with as well.
5
Everyone
Galeals.
on a Galil.
What a gaggle. But there's no giggling going on here for Spirit.
Well, B is somewhat weak right now, but I think Aurora want to retake mid control once this smoke fades. And there's still enough utility to delay here from the Aurora players. Oh! Okay.
That is one way to get the round going for Spirit. This might be a way to put an end to the streak of rounds and keep themselves alive for a bit longer. 2 brilliant kills in mid. They should have gone the other way.
Kenzie's still alive. Kenzie is still alive.
Yep, but the rest of his team's quickly falling around him. They're gonna start realizing his presence towards B. Maybe we should just take this bomb over towards the A site. And that's the right call for Spirit. It's the safest call here.
Yeah, this one, they are going to get back. Comes off 2 kills that, I'd say, were kind of given to them in towards mid.
Of course, this huge streak of round wins ends as soon as they reach map point. It's always the way.
Classic, isn't it? Couldn't find a round at all. And, okay, well, this AWP's going to be bounced. So Magix gets that one. That's an upgrade for Wonderful. How many can Kenzie take to the grave? That's the question here. Taking bets right now. I reckon at least 2.
Oh, I'm going to say 1.
None. Wow, okay.
We're all wrong.
Well, you all lost. Unicorn win.
Unlucko.
Well, that's a great round to find for Spirit because it didn't look like it was going to go so well for them. But those 2 kills in mid offered up. Give them a huge foothold in the round. Maybe that's a little slap on the wrist for Aurora saying, okay, this isn't done yet. Let's stay composed. Let's get this final round.
To be honest, though, I did actually like the change up from Aurora that round. We haven't really seen that kind of double donut kind of aggression. And it was the right read, right? They had actual fights out towards ledge. They just didn't win them.
Oh, Patsy so often can get away with this aggressive play through elbow, but he's completely severed off by the utility. It's no trade potential, and he falls first.
Yeah, that's not good. After you fought so hard for those openers in the past, you give one away for free in this round.
Like the Kenzie dips back there after spotting the opponent quickly. Realizes the 5-on-4 feels good. No need to give away those fights like in the previous round. Spirit have been struggling to find solutions on this T side. What do they have here? Not much utility on the CT side. They might not need it though. Upper man.
Yeah, Spirit's just looking for something. They're very spread out at the moment, and Chopper might be the one to find it. And what he finds might be 2 CTs about to peek him as he's throwing utility, although second player up on the ledge gives some distraction, but not enough. Lackey finds both. 3 in the round already for him. Leaves it now all onto Wonderful and Siren to keep Spirit in this.
Oh, a little gap chosen by Seltzer. He will not take the kill. And Wonderful and Siren continue to move into the site. Their last-ditch effort to keep Spirit alive here in the most unlikely of fashions. They're going to go through Donut, 27 seconds. Time has been an issue for Spirit. And they now realize they have to commit to this plant. Locking it in towards the default boxes. Siren ready to flash Wonderful in towards CT. Switches out to watch for Temple, and Wonderful turns around. Somehow they're pulling this one back, and it is just Seltzer in the 1 versus 2. Sends Wonderful down, and Siren could be sent packing as well. Sits at the back of the donut. A strong position for this post plant. Seltzer doesn't have the kit, does not have the utility, and Siren is just jumping across and across. Seltzer holds to the headshot and gets onto the 10-second defuse. Aurora off on their feet already because they know what they have just done, which is taking an upset victory in their opening game of the RMR over Team Spirit. Aurora are here to play. The rumors are to be believed.
What a round from Seltzer. Another incredible clutch coming on through. Demoralizing Spirit here. A fantastic game. What a CT side. What an upset.
We didn't have to wait long for our first upset of this RMR. And we said that Aurora could be one of those teams.
And given the reactions from Aurora after getting the win, it doesn't feel like it was an upset to them, right? It felt like they are very confident in their own ability coming into this event. There's been a lot of talk about how good they have been on the lead up to the RMR, and we know how shaky Spirit have been this year. So seeing them get a poor start here, this is scary for Team Spirit. You don't want to go into that 0-1 bracket right off the get-go.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy that it ends up this way, considering how strong it looked for Spirit at the start. They steal away that extra round. They're winning the pistol and the second round into their T side, but then just falling apart.
Yeah, a lot of credit to Aurora for their mental strength on that comeback, but I mean, the scoreboard says it all. That's a collapse from Spirit. There's no other way of putting it. They found no way in. Even that one round they won just came off of the CTs aggressing onto them. Their rounds that they were trying to set up were not working.
I will say about Spirit, though, this half in their defense could have went another way if there isn't some ridiculous rounds happening on the A side, right? How many times did it look like they were in on the side, should have it locked in, and then some crazy individual moment happens from Aurora, in particular from Seltzer on the A hole time and time again. That just kind of cost them the economy game too, because they kept chasing it, and as they got into the A side quite a few times, just lost in the post plant situation or on the lead up to it. So definitely could have been a different half for Team Spirit, but not the way the cookie crumbles today.
Yeah, it's interesting that conversation about players stepping up that extra, 25% when they're at the RMR just to get immortalized. I also feel like that can spin the other way, right? I feel like the pressure can be a lot, and that seemed to be the case here for Spirit. A few of those rounds, like I'm thinking particularly that one where they took the A site, Patsy goes down with the bomb, and then they just can't recover it.
Yeah, and I think coming into this, Spirit definitely a team that should be expecting to make it through this stage. That's an awkward start for them.
The scoreboard looks pretty good for them as well, right? Like, it's very even.
The first half was sick, and I mean, even the scoreboard looks good because of what I just said. They were getting in